Okay, so spawning down here in the bottom left, we do have our red PadaaH player from MGG. It is Alpha. And in the top right, we have our blue PadaaH, PadaaH, who is throwing out the sad face there from the rematch from Alpha there. We are trying to sort out some sound issues.
Yeah,
it looks
no,
like we're okay.
It's not gonna. I don't think we're gonna be able to get a third headset coming out, unfortunately. So
Alright. No,
maybe a
two
little bit
people.
later we'll give it a whirl. So I think these two. They were saying rematch. I'm pretty sure they burst each other earlier on today.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Here's Alpha. I'm unsure whether this is the same player that he tried this strat against before, where he hides his pylon to make it look like he's doing a bit of cheese.
Winning.
Yeah, and then sits it down in his natural. We saw it from him
Okay, so
earlier.
So like, does he go Nexus first?
No, just does a normal build. I'm pretty sure.
He's doing it again.
Yeah, this is the same.
So basically, when PadaaH sends his probe in, he'll see no pylon, nothing in the main of Alpha, and he'll be like, oh, maybe he's proxy 2 gating me, proxy forge, whatever.
He'll be checking around.
He'll be looking everywhere for this proxy, but in reality, Alpha's just taking a quick expansion. By the looks of it, I don't know how much. Like, if he got 4 gated, he'd die, right?
Well, he's quite slow on the. Is that he's
Nexus
holding it there?
first. It's Nexus first.
Nexus first. So he's going to bring it out, waiting for it to go through, waiting for the 400 minerals, perhaps up to 400 right about now. If he's going to
PadaaH just walks down to the natural, he'll win the game. Was PadaaH the one doing the forge expand earlier in PvP? Was that him?
Maybe it was either him or Pimple in the forge expand.
Well,
yeah,
like
it was really weird. What's he doing?
What?
He's
Proxy Nexus, maybe? Oh, there it is.
Finally, very, very late, was floating by about 700
weird.
minerals then,
I
waiting for that to happen.
What's going on.
Perhaps he just wanted to make sure he could get rid of that probe in his own base, waiting, just... and once he got it cornered, he knew that he was safe to drop it down.
If Alpha, if PadaaH just goes all in, like 4 gate or even Blink, Stargate, like anything, any aggression probably is going to be so good for him. I don't really like.
Well, we're going 2 gate here, so it's not even like probably won't see a 4 unless he drops.
He might go for this might be a 3 Stalker Rush. Look, see, he only has 1 gas. That's what makes me kind of like, oh, maybe he's all inning. And he has this probe as well, which could drop a proxy pylon up at the top there. And he's getting warp gate. I want to say he's going to do some aggression, and then Alpha will be in trouble. Like, he's adding on double gas. His gateway's not even done yet. I'm sure he has a cannon, but a cannon won't hold against enough stalkers.
Well, he hasn't even got a gateway. So even if he was going to say, get out of Mothership Core and defend with his Nexus with the Photon Overcharge, it's still going to be so.
It's going to be so hard to hold.
Yeah, a long way away here. So Probe's just checking it out. I just want to check. Let's have a look at our players. He has no idea what Alpha's actually doing here, but once he sees
he's going for this kind of double Stalker of 2 gate, which is it wasn't quite the 3 Stalker Rush build, but it was something similar. But he's still only on. Alright, he might take a Nexus. He might be taking a Nexus. He's either taking a Nexus or he's going to add on 2 more gateways here and all in, like with a 4, because he's only got 1 gas. Ooh, Robo. I don't know. I don't like it.
Is he still concerned? He's seen it now.
He should.
Yeah, so
maybe he added on the Robo. He needs to attack, I think. He can't try and he might go for Immortals and just do a big Immortal timing of 1 base. That would be cool as well. But I think like if he waits, just the longer he waits to go, the more behind he's going to get. Like, he can't take a Nexus at this point because he'll be so far behind the Nexus first with Alpha. I'm not really sure what.
It's kind of, the longer he waits, the worse it is for him.
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
Isn't it? He needs to do something now. So
yeah, he either needs to expand right now, which would be bad, I think, or he needs to attack ASAP, like before Alpha can kind of get his defenses.
So you're going to see 2 gateways drop down here from Alpha up the top. That's going to bring up to 3 gateways as well. We've seen Stargate in pretty much every game Alpha has played so far. Pylon actually going to go down in this bottom right as well. So and still PadaaH just sitting here in his base. We'll see the Robo though going for Immortal.
Yeah. I'm not sure. So PadaaH, I think he's gonna get the couple of immortals, maybe 1 or 2 immortals, make some stalkers and some zealots, move out and try and kill him. Alpha should probably just stay on lowish tech, maybe get a Robo, but no Stargate. Like if he goes for Stargate or Blink, that's probably gonna be bad for him. I think he's like he's how many probes he has? 38 probes. So that's like a lot of probes. That's saturated on 2 base if he doesn't take those 2 gases he just took. But he has almost double the probe count. So I feel PadaaH's gonna have to do an all-in, but
he's not gonna. He doesn't nearly have enough here right now to do anything.
Like
surely.
the 2 cannons, cannons. He's missed his timing. I think
he needed the overcharge of the Nexus.
Chuck down the 2 gates. Just put down the 2 gates. 4 gate, go, win. Like, though Alpha would have been... Alpha at the time, Alpha had like a cannon, maybe another coming. I think what Alpha's going to do is he's got that pound at the 3rd. He's going to warp in like 2 or 3 zealots down there.
Send them up.
Send them up, and then just annoy like every second. Like every second he can buy with that will be better. Although he could just warp in at home, like he's pretty fine. Is that 2 more cannons he's adding or 1 cannon? I think the top one's a cannon, yeah.
It is a cannon. So 3 cannons. He's got a little bit of an army here. He's got his mothership core, which is slowly building up a lot of energy. He's sending in 2 probes up here. 2 zealots. And only the immortal to deal with it is going to warp in a couple zealots of his own just to take those on.
He needs. This is so bad for PadaaH.
He's almost
Alpha's
beyond
getting
the
a
point
void
now.
rate. Like there's nothing you can do. If he wins this game, it'll be like a miracle. I don't know what see. With the amount of cannons, it's just gonna he's gonna have to focus them with the immortals, but he won't have the anti-air to deal with this void ray and the mothership core.
So that's going to be 6 gates that Alpha is heading out to. Plus he's got void rays popping out here from his Stargate.
Right. If we bring up army supplies, so
yeah, I know my hotkeys. I'm learning.
Oh, well done. So he does have the bigger army. But 3 cannons probably make up for that 10 spot. Oh, the immortals will be like the clutch units here. Well, he needs to go. Like the longer he waits, the worse this is. Maybe he wants to wait for some zealots.
He's got a warp prism as well. Yeah, you see a bit of an engagement down here. The overcharge is going to go down onto our Nexus and start taking out those photon cannons. The Mortals still in the back. Zealots finally reaching their way into the battle there. And a Void Ray as well.
Almost double the supply.
Absolutely. There is a drop here in the main for Alpha. PadaaH just going to put in a few Zealots. But you see that Alpha's going to drop in some Zealots of his own. And that's going to be pretty much GG right there.
He needed to identify the Nexus first and do something like either expand immediately, like maybe applying a little bit of pressure with some Stalkers, or all in. But instead he kind of tried to tech and then do a timing, but he waited, the pressure, like timing attack that he went for hit after Alpha's 2 base economy had kind of kicked in, like he had
too long.
He was so like as you see by the supplies, he's at 100 supply. Like when he attacked, he was at 100 supply almost. So and he was like down in supply when he's hitting. Like he wanted to be up in supply and attacking, and then Alpha's kind of trying to use defender's advantage and stuff to hold. But instead, it was like Alpha's army could just fight him at his side of the map and win if he wanted to, really.
So PadaaH, this is pretty much his last hurrah here. He sent out some units. He's trying to see what is going on, but he does not know that this army of Alpha is down the bottom. He will find these Zealots coming through right now. They will intersect
he is taking
here.
The 3rd. That's
shout to the 3rd.
Insult to injury.
He will be able to take this out here and probably just throwing down some cannons as well, just to defend his base from this last push of PadaaH. But you'll see Alpha's units.
He should just base trade to win really easy. I don't even know if this army can like beat. There's the
GG's going to come out. So first round of our PvP is going to go through to Alpha, and we'll be back in just a second with game 2 of this best of 3 between Alpha and PadaaH. Alright guys, we are back here with our PvP game between MGG Alpha and PadaaH. We have Alpha down here in the bottom left corner. He is our red Protoss, and up in our top right is PadaaH. He is our blue Protoss. We have a bit of a change out here with me. It's Josh, isn't it?
Jacob.
Jacob.
How you going?
It's a J. It's a J name. I could have just asked your name again, and then we would have been fine. Now you're here supporting one of our Zerg play stays. Is that right?
Yep. NXZ. Good player. Probably one of the favourites to win the tournament.
He's been playing pretty well so far. He
hasn't dropped a game? I don't think so.
No, not until he plays Fenner, I assume, and then it should be pretty
that'll
close.
That'll be a great game. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're a bit of a PvP guru, I hear. So
yeah, it's a good matchup.
Good matchup. It is fun, and it's changed. It's changed so much in Heart of the Swarm as well. It's haven't seen very many 4-gates. Haven't seen a successful 4-gate. I personally haven't seen a successful 4-gate yet. So
yeah, it probably would have worked well last game. Yeah, it was the same.
It probably would have worked very well last game.
So that was a bit frustrating to watch.
It was a bit peculiar. So a little bit the usual here from both Protoss players going to drop down a pylon, obviously, and then a gateway relatively early on here. None of this silly cheese play or hiding a pylon down in your natural.
Yeah, it looks pretty standard compared to last game where that sneaky pylon gateway in the natural to cover up.
Absolutely. So
Nexus first.
We have a look at our production, just the same on both sides here, both getting an assimilator, both looking pretty close, pretty spot on. It could really go anywhere from here. Might see some 4-gate pressure, might see a couple of 3 stalkers sort of push sort of thing, or you said you thought he was going to go Alpha.
Oh yeah, he told me that he'd throw some crazy strategy in if he won the first game, which I'm hoping for. So might see some Protoss air, because it's pretty strong in this game at the moment.
It is pretty strong, and Alpha has played. He's built a Stargate in absolutely every game I've seen him play today. So that second gas is going to go down there, so you never know, might see it again. Ooh. He's going to go and grab the assimilator here.
Liking that play.
Yeah, he did that as well in early game, and then he did go double Stargate. I do recall. So
he's pretty much similar. This used to be used a lot in Wings of Liberty. It's forcing out either a 1-gate Nexus expand or a 4-gate, which is only taking his own gas. So he's going to tech up, and this guy, PadaaH is going to be pretty limited on the tech he can use early on.
Looks like he's going to go for that sort of 3-stalker rush, see if he can pick up any cheese, see what's going on.
This is also great for looking around for any probes that are lurking around the map, putting proxy pylons down this opening.
So he's going to clean up this probe here, and I suspect we'll be seeing a Stargate either side of this pylon as soon as the gas is ready. If I was PadaaH, I would probably be expecting that after seeing those other games of Alpha, and obviously having that pylon down the back there to hide the tech. Just trying to clean out this assimilator here. He's going to go into Robo. So is there much that Robo can really do against double Stargate?
Yeah, it gets pretty ugly unless he's going to put down a Twilight Council to go for the old school Observer Blink play, which is great against that because he gives you the mobility to defend with lots of stalkers with the blink, and then you can also pressure up especially on this map because the cliff's so big. Your observer and blink stalkers can jump up really easily, but he doesn't have the gas to do that kind of play at the moment, so I don't know what he's thinking.
He's going to chuck down a 3rd gateway and another pylon. If we go down here, that is Twilight Council. So
DTs maybe?
Well, he's got the probe just sitting here in the base, so we'll see. There he goes. There's our pylon is going to go down. So this is a little bit interesting, different from what Alpha has been playing so far in this tournament. He's only got two gateways.
There's the DT shrine. That's good.
Right there.
But the interesting thing is this Robo might actually come in handy because if he gets an observer out. He didn't get an observer out very early in the last game. I don't think he even got an observer the whole game. Even though Alpha had some DTs in his army. Oh yeah, Zealot drop. Okay, it should be interesting.
Zealots might get... it's going to get seen. Going to need to drop these very, very quickly, and he's going to actually... That's actually come out quite well for him. He's going to drop them down behind those stalkers.
Good micro from Alpha, saving one of those stalkers. It's well done.
We have this pylon here. DT Shrine about 2/3 of the way complete here. So he's actually quite lucky that...
no observer. This could get ugly, because if he whops in 2 DTs, they can drop a robo pretty quickly. Or he's putting an immortal out of it. This is gonna... Yeah, I'm not sure.
So that third gateway is going to go down. 4 gateways are now up. DT Shrine is just about to drop, but we see PadaaH is going to be dropping in coming into the main here. 4 of MLG Alpha, so
no
MLG,
sentries.
MGG,
yeah.
MGG, MLG Alpha maybe not.
Metagame gods.
There we
Very
go.
common.
So DT's going to come into this 3 now, morphing into the main here. PadaaH. So is he going to go straight? Going to take a couple of swipes. No, go for the robo. Go for the robo. Hasn't seen it. Can hear it. They're going to take that down without any worries at all.
This should be game, because he can just warp in DTs at the home now. And even if he takes lots of damage, there's nothing to detect them for the rest of the game.
Well, he's going to, the robo's down. He's got the photon overcharge here on the Nexus, just cleaning up.
Oh, there we go.
And that was an easy victory there. And that's what happens when you don't scout your base.
No crazy plays out of MGG Alpha.
No. So that was the losers bracket. So I think that means PadaaH even will be out of the tournament, being double elimination, and Alpha will be heading on through to play our other Protoss player from our previous game, and apparently he's knocked Alpha out in the last couple of tournaments he's been in, so that should be pretty good. So, Jacob, thank you for the cast, man. If you're going to be around, we might grab you in for some few games on later in the day as we head towards the end of it, and we know we'll have another PvP coming up very shortly. Cheers, man.